All right, welcome back to the final segment of the good show. On Tuesday, apparently something's wrong.
Scriff's beating himself.
Hitting his head.
Scriff, don't hit yourself.
They can hear you, I can.
Oh,
okay.
Scriff unplugged his headset and he's freaking out. He's like, ah. All right, yeah, so welcome back for Dota 2. We do want to be finished by 10, but I guess we'll just go a little bit over. StarCraft, Apollo, he didn't respect the rules.
I don't know, man.
But
I have to settle that with him later.
He's going to get a spanking.
Yeah.
You'll see that,
Be the
right,
bad
Semmler?
boy.
Okay, so we're not. I don't want to rush this, but
yeah, we're going to go
just to mention
swiftly.
What we're doing after the show is the Good Studio lost, and they're up against Team Liquid next, and they're trying to hold the game for 10 o'clock, so we get to play. But if I tell Mike, he'll be like, "James, you're rushing the show on purpose." All right, then. So there's just a lot of Dota 2 going on right now. It's probably worth just watching an ad.
Details.
You're
gonna enjoy that, okay?
Anyway, first thing we're going into in Dota 2. Welcome to the show as well, Bruno.
Thank you. I'm back. Yay.
Yep. So the TI free qualifier teams announced.
Yes.
I can bring this up on our website, and the big uproar was actually just mainly about the Western qualifiers, not so much the East. So we're going to go into the Western qualifiers, where Absolute Legends, DD, Empire, Evil Geniuses, IC Cup, Mousesports, Cupid Red Pandas, and Rox Kiss are invited. You can bring it up on the screen and just have a look. KP were not invited, and basically Reddit were like,
yeah, I know KP.
Mainly it was against IC Cup, but there were also some people who would like Cupid as shit, but that was mainly me on alternative accounts.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's pretty much it. The thing, KP was not picked. I mean, you can put KP with any of these other 8 teams, and they'll be up to par. I think in the end, like Valve, as you know, they asked lots of people about their opinions and what they think, and they
tell us more.
What?
They normally know what they're doing. They just ask you.
They just ask you just to see if you agree with. I mean, you know, but it's really interesting because they ask whys and whats and whos. But anyways, I mean, I think it was one of the teams that was either almost there, not there anymore. There was a point where they had to make the cut, and the cut was made like at Kaipi. Also, why Kaipi and not any other teams?
Do you guys think if IC Cup wasn't invited, like, would many people have said much? Because I know if QPAT wasn't invited because of Sing Sing and their fan base and everything, there would have been probably an equal shitstorm, right?
Well, I think QPAT only just did enough, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because there was a like, as far as I know, you know, in terms of like the teams invited, you know, obviously a lot of people are probably giving feedback, and obviously people are checking on, you know, who's getting invited and why. And I think QPAT just did enough.
Yes, I mean there were like teams like EG and Mouse. No one would doubt they would get an invite. Then you have teams like Roxkiss as well. Like Roxkiss made lots of things. Then you have the teams that no one really minded about, like DD and Empire, which is like, yeah, okay.
Changed a lot of rosters.
Changed a lot of rosters,
so they got
but they're like
that have a history over the whole year.
AL
so
even, and then you have IC Cup and the Cupid Red Pandas mainly on this spot where they are like, did they do enough? And I mean, they just, I agree with you, they did just enough. I want to remember that last year there was a similar situation with Pot and Bottom, the team that now is Team Dignitas.
I saw about
that was pretty much the same situation. But I mean, these things will keep happening and happening as the Dota 2 community gets bigger. There are more teams. I wouldn't be surprised if for TI4 we see some kind of really signing the way they invite people and they qualify people.
I mean, if they, you know, the game's only getting bigger, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, if they do the same thing next year, because there's just not going to be, like, it's going to be insane.
Yeah.
Like it won't work next year.
I mean, last year there was one American team, right? Complexity. That was it. I mean, there was EG, but EG was not really American because they had lots of players from Europe. I mean, next year probably we'll see a fully developed American scene. And then we have a fully developed, of course, European scene with even more teams. Then Chinese, Southeast Asia.
Yeah,
how do you fit that with invites? It's really hard.
But also, it's the case that some people maybe think too many invites, not enough qualifiers for this one, which I think is quite fair.
Yeah,
I agree that KP really should have, like, it would have been a chance.
A chance.
Because at the end of the day, it's like, okay, some of their players like RTZ and they're a new team, they just brought in Come With Me, no one's really seen them, perform for a while. Even when QPAC came in, they did great to start with, had a bit of a shitty time. Now we'll see what they're going to come out with a little bit later, but they proved something at least at the beginning. Like, okay, we took some of these games, and KP are like, unfortunately, it's with the new roster. I can understand like some of the people who were like saying no, but I also think it's like they are a team that definitely could. But very unfortunately, they played versus some team, and they just picked retarded shit. They picked.
Oh, that was yesterday, yeah.
And it's because apparently, like someone said to me, it's like, oh yeah, because they didn't have Arteezy, so
was
they were just fucking around.
Yeah.
And it's like, you want to fuck around rather than prove to the community that you should, you could, like, not should have got invited, but could beat the other invited teams. Yeah. And, because anyone could beat anybody in the qualifier group. But it'd be interesting. And I also it's odd to me how teams and players put so much focus on the international, because it's like you have to come top 8. Yeah. Top 8 in this tournament to even win prize money. That's $25,000 for top 8. Last year, the international, the only like Western team, if you can call it that, CIS was Na'Vi. They got second. Everyone else was in, like 9th.
So everyone else got no prize.
Got no prize money.
But they're like, we need to be there, and it's just like, I don't know. Do they really love like Starbucks in Seattle that much? But I think it's the experience. So if it goes well for Valve this year, I really hope they do open it up to maybe even more teams and even have some of the qualifiers at the event. But obviously, I'm sure they don't want to spend 3 weeks running a tournament in Seattle. But we'll see. But we'll move away from that. I think the KP and has been discussed a lot. But I guess I can only come to you because you're a big Dota guy and say, what do you think of the decision? And then we'll leave it there and we'll move on, because I know that everyone's talked about this on other talk shows.
Personally, I agree with the decision. I was on board for having IC Cup instead of KP. I mean, my list was the same list, and KP was my 9th. And I have to recognize these Tech Lab Cups that actually IC Cup got, which was the best of one, yes, it was double elimination though, and they got against Navi, Empire and BP, winning against BP and Navi, doing very well, losing versus Empire 2-1 in the finals. I mean, it showed that in the LAN, they can have potential, and if they can prove themselves in the qualifiers, that sounded right to me. Yeah. But that's just my opinion.
Yeah, all right then. So moving on, more international free news. The tickets for TI3 for sale, or maybe not. We'll wait, they're sold out.
You should just go to the
Which one am I clicking?
You just links. Go. It's a progression of lots of images.
So I'm clicking the first image. Sorry, no.
Yeah, the thing is that they were on sale, and they weren't really. Like when they were supposed to be on sale, they weren't, and people were spamming, and the page didn't work.
And this is the next one.
Yeah, then just when they appeared, they suddenly sold out in about really fast, half an hour, and they disappeared. And now, like, who bought all these tickets, right?
And then now, this one, like,
go down, keep scrolling down. There you go. Keep scrolling. Look at what you find right there.
Oh. Jesus.
If you guys need any tickets, just send an email to mike@studio.com. 175 flat.
Yeah.
No problem, guys.
The story is then they went on sale. People couldn't buy them. When they could buy them, people bought multiple amounts of tickets, and now they're trying to resell them. So this is actually
really
not
bad.
that good.
It's what the hell?
Shit.
That was Mingles.
That was Mingles.
Mingles getting pregnant again.
Mingles, you whore.
We heard a very screechy sound outside. A cat. Semmler's on it.
Yeah. I mean, it's
probably like,
bad.
Yes, my trap worked.
Her now.
And okay, let's go to the tickets first, Bruno.
Yeah.
What do you make of the situation?
It's bad because fans are now feeling very disappointed, and when you're talking about tickets for a venue like the Venaroya Hall, which is not a stadium, it's like I think it seats 2,500 people. You just sold the ticket, and you have no ways of knowing which ones were going to be resold. And the fact that your own sim community market allows to sell them, but that's not even really the case, because if you couldn't sell them there, you would sell them everywhere else. But I mean, just the fact that people were able to buy lots of them and profit with them. And I mean, of course, hindsight is 20/20, but it was pretty much obvious that something like that was going to happen. And I mean, I understand, Bob. people say I'm biased, but I have friends there, and I know some of the people there. I know they did their best, and they planned the best they could, but this went really out of their hands, and that was kind of a fuck up.
Is it possible for them to just like rewind, take all the sales of that item and then just undo them, take them all back, and then fix their shit and then do it again?
They could, but then like if you're a proper
people who bought it, like got one ticket and they're like, yes, I've got my ticket, and then they rewind it.
Well, I mean, even people who got 2 tickets, it's for you and your mate.
But it's really hard to do something that's fair to the people who actually did it right. Just to, I mean, what you could say is like, I mean.
So this is just how it's going to be? Like,
I mean, yes.
How much did it cost initially?
$50.
$50.
40 euros, 35 pounds or something.
Yeah,
like that.
okay.
And I honestly don't see any neat solution right now. I mean, rolling back would be nice, but it will fuck with all the people that actually try to properly buy them.
Well, I mean, maybe if they took, I don't know, was there like a large number of people who bought like 20 and above and like that?
You should be able to check if someone bought X amount.
I would figure
they're the people that you'd be like, sorry, we're taking 18 away, you get 2.
Yeah.
And we're putting these back up for sale at a second date. This is the date we're selling them again. Everybody knows, everyone has a fair game.
And now everybody can only buy 2.
Yeah, like 2 max per person. So if you want to book for a group of like you and 4 mates, which is a shame, you kind of have to get 3 of them to turn up on the day, and that's kind of shitty, but...
Yeah.
Do you know, did they sell out last year?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, it was weird because when you went into the arena, the seats were not
the
entirely
thing
full.
Is, it's such a long tournament that you buy your ticket, and I mean, last year I think it was a bit different because PAX was going on too.
PAX was going there.
So people
but
were
PAX
like,
people could go to with the PAX ticket, you could go for free into the Dota 2 venue.
And get a seat?
And get a seat.
Oh.
Well, you could walk around the balcony area. No, it was for teams up there.
Yeah, there was a special area for PAX.
Yeah. It wasn't the seating area.
Oh,
People paid, I think, to get seats, but they could come in and watch it from
the.
I know
tops.
Day 9 just walked in and sat front row just so he could get on camera. Because he's like, look at me on Day 9 at the 2 event. So cool, thinking about doing it, but actually there's more people playing League of Legends. Sorry, guys, bye. But, it's because he's a dick.
Yeah.
But, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, it's an unfortunate situation, and
He
people,
did. He just.
No, I'm just waiting for you to look at chat. That's all.
No, I'm not.
No, people are.
It wasn't a funny joke. That was a fact.
The biggest loser of
Facts
this.
or not, I know you still want to see the chat.
Oh,
Can't
I'll
you
have a
see,
look
like-
at chat. Right,
Look
here
at
we
that,
go.
look at that. His palms are sweating, he's like twitching with the
Shots,
mouse.
lol. Who cares about Day 9? Lol. Cyborg Matt's in chat. He's probably correcting everything we're saying. But yeah, I found it very odd. Like he just turned up and was like, "I'll sit front row. I love Dota 2. What's going on? Oh, camera's on me." He just had a big grin on his face.
Yeah.
I was like, when that grin.
But yeah, the biggest loser of this is Cybermat. You know how many tweets he's getting about, please Cybermat, fix this. I really want a ticket, Cybermat. How can I do? I mean, I really applaud his sense of responsibility to take this on his own shoulders and try to help as many people as
So
he
what is
could.
he buying the scalp tickets and then reselling them?
I know, but it's
okay.
very tough.
So yeah, that's a clusterfuck. And I'm sure it's on Reddit, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so if you want to read more about it, and if you're one of these people in the situation, I keep a close eye. And also Cyborg Matt's Twitter, which is just at
Cybermat.
At Cybermat.
Just send him tweets.
Like,
Please
Two
help.
T's,
Tweet at
right?
him, he'll
Two
hook you up.
T's.
Tweet at him. Just
Matt. Matt will open his own venue and just resell tickets and just open like a
Blackjack and
venue with
hookers?
like a screen, blackjack and poker. No, what hookers? Yeah, not pokers. Anyway, let's talk about the next thing with the international. What Valve are doing lately? They're doing the Dota 2 interactive compendium. Is that how you say it?
yeah, we jumped to the last topic, script, but it's fine. Don't worry.
What?
So, can you talk us through this? We're bringing it up. I actually had it up a little bit earlier because I was just clicking stuff. But introducing the interactive compendium. For some reason, I just feel like I have problems saying this. But anyway.
Compendium. What's the problem with
I
compendium?
clicked
I
for
just don't like it. It's not a
details.
word I use a lot.
Well, I mean, no
It's
one
not a very
uses
common
the
word.
word.
I mean,
Like people are calling the interactive companion for some reason, which
Okay.
is weird.
So, what's going on here?
Well, it's a $10 thing that you can buy, and with it you can just first of all you get a courier like the international courier. Probably not the same you'll get at the venue, but something like that. this is a courier that evolves. Remember that I had a rant on how this courier should actually be for important tournaments, and they're using it for the international. This courier actually evolves, and you can, as long as you watch the international games, you get different kind of couriers that can go either way or another. And that's what you're highlighting now is a big thing, which is 25% of the revenue from this compendium goes directly into the prize pool.
It doesn't up it, it just covers it.
No, it ups it.
What?
It ups it.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Well, it's really interesting because if it's 1.6 million.
Go on, like,
Then-
why is it insane?
Botka's asking Cyborg Matt if he's got tickets. Botka's one of the beta testers for
Sorry, Matt.
Dota. He's probably already booked. But that's fucking awesome. Like, I would be so happy if Valve actually are able to extend that prize pool
They will.
to all the teams. That's huge.
I don't know. Like, I really don't know.
No, we don't know how much it's gonna create, but,
yeah, but I
it
mean,
could.
it would be really nice if we could say, okay, out of this money, this doesn't go to the first place,
No.
or this doesn't distribute evenly to.
No,
let's just give a similar amount of money to all teams.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
okay, that's
just-
a good idea.
Just
That's a
like
great idea.
split that money into all 16 teams that come.
Yeah, like a qualification kind of fee.
Yeah,
tournament
kind of an
appearance
American
fee.
thing. Everyone wins, right? There are no losers. What?
You've never been to America, right?
I have.
Have you met MLG?
Yeah, well, no, but I
Have you
mean
met
more,
MLG's admin?
more like preschool and elementary school kind
You
of
should
things.
phone up his family and say sorry for their loss because he's dead now, and he wasn't a loser.
Wasn't he?
Well, he kind of was.
I see.
Think about it. Moving on. So
Yes.
going back to the 25%, what else do you want to say about this?
It's going to be really nice. I mean, it's good for so many things. Of course, you have the courier, which is fun.
Okay, there's a courier. What else is there?
That's
'Cause we
an
didn't-
interesting thing. I mean, you have the courier, you have the possibility, and then they took these ideas. Like I like to think that I pioneered this with last year's Fantasy League and then Dota 2 launch, also with their betting. I mean, you'll have all these. Wait, no, I'm not going there. That's still the final part. Well, you have the possibility to have predictions, kind of
Okay.
like prop bets,
Yeah.
and think who's going to get first blood, most death, most kills, stuff like that, and you'll be able to bet on that and get items based on
on
if
the
you're
results in the
Are
game.
they
Yeah,
like
if you have the
special
compendium.
Exactly.
TI items then? They're like custom
Yeah,
TI? Okay.
probably,
Yeah, like
or
the
at
first-
least like you know
It
how
says-
you can,
Signed, yeah.
When you get them, it says where you got them
Yeah,
from.
yeah.
exactly.
So the person that got something for the winning of the TI had got an item, and then it said like, you know,
you got this
international-
item in the
Yeah.
game IG versus Navi, blah
Yeah,
blah.
like TI championship or something. Yeah. So they're going to be doing this within the compendium. So you're going to have like a fantasy league
Yeah.
basically, and it's going to give you items directly from the game. So makes your website redundant. It's great.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I might make a transition maybe, but yeah, I mean they're doing something really cool. Anyways, the last thing that they're doing is also having the people have the
for
possibility
All-Star
to vote for their 10 favorite players, and the 10 most voted players will play a show match at the arena, just for fun. No money, nothing. Just like 5 people versus 5 people, the best in the world, just to see what happens. Let's see if everyone picks like proper roles where we have a mid player playing support. I don't know. Anyways, it will be like really exciting, something that adds to the tournament.
I don't find that stuff exciting. They do stuff like that in StarCraft. I hate it.
But it doesn't work in StarCraft. What are you gonna 4v4? That doesn't make sense. Like StarCraft is a 1v1 game. In
That's pretty
Dota
cool,
2, you can
actually.
just mix people and just
Oh, it's already.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
some of the goals. Chat
So-
link
oh,
this.
what's
So goal 1, compendium owners receive a limited edition 125 barrel booster, etc. for raising, taking the prize pool up 100,000 if it's up 250. Courier gains additional stages, so your courier evolves, and the compendium owners, if they reach goal 3, which is huge, will receive a newly created immortal item.
curious? How much is 9622 divided by 2.5? Semmler.
Come on, you can do that.
Wait. What?
Yeah, I mean it's almost 2,000, right? Like that's the amount of people that actually bought the compendium so far.
Yeah,
so
well,
a bit less than 2,000 people.
the number I was more thinking of was it's essentially 10 grand. So pretty much 10 grand.
10 grand, 2,000 people.
So they've 40 grand is what they've in total gotten so far.
Sorry, 4,000.
And if their goal is to raise the prize pool by $1 million,
Well,
so that means
it's
they're
just
getting
3
another
goals.
3. Well,
you know,
yeah,
but-
but the last tier.
yeah, it's
is-
a million.
So raise
So
about
that's pretty crazy because that means they profit 3 mil from that other 75%.
Yeah.
So that's sometimes I forget how much fucking money game developers make, guys.
I don't think anybody forgets how much money
Yeah,
Valve
I
make.
have no idea.
No,
Okay. So apparently the Compendium also works for the qualifiers.
Yes. So
And also buy one primitively, please. Thanks. You He's just adding in a document. So apparently we've got to buy a Compendium for Metaby.
okay.
We will. We will.
Ice Rogue, companion for meta.
Oh, and you can also predict games, compare with friends as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, so
It's a really good idea. It
it's
makes
good.
the viewer experience more interactive,
Yeah,
and that's
exactly.
what you really need for these kind of events, so
Yeah,
that you
it
don't feel
sounds
left
really
out
good.
if you're at home.
I
Sucks.
tried to make the viewer experience more interactive by having the community design our new Dota 2 poster wall for a week, and it's gone fantastically well. Looking forward to printing them all out. And
All of them?
there's
all
a lot
them.
of people really good with paint. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of people really.
I'm
really
waiting for Pyrian
talented
Flaxes, I'm telling you that, man.
with
Some
paint.
very lifelike penises as well.
Yes.
Sky.
Lifelike penises, they're called dildos, Bruno.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on. LGD China loses their invite. Tongfu gets it instead. LGD China have been moved down to the qualifier, and this is because of a roster change. Basically,
Yeah, it is.
DD left
But
LGD
they
DD's
China.
long
They
DD.
didn't say that. We
No,
just
no.
assumed.
Originally, DD left
Oh yeah, before.
to be like a caster
He wanted
for
to be a
LGD,
caster. Yeah.
and then they brought in long DD, and then it didn't work, and then they were like,
And then short DD again.
yeah,
wasn't
and then they
long
went for just DD again. But because of that, they actually have to go through the qualifier now. But that, I think they're very fine with it. I think you said it best. You'd rather go through the qualifier with the player that you think you can win the whole tournament with than just take the invite. And Bruno, do you still stand by that statement?
Yeah, I mean it's simple. That's the rules. I mean, even if you say like this roster is actually LGD's proper roster, the one that was last year, the one that they know very well. Where do you draw the line? If you have a roster change, what stops any other team to actually make another roster change to players? So I think Valve decided to draw the line in the sense that's like, well, okay, if you don't keep the roster we actually invite, we'll have to go through qualifiers. And LGD China was like, okay, their statement said that they understood completely the Valve's decision by doing this, and they were completely aware. So interesting for them. Sad for the
Tom
qualifiers teams. Because suddenly now it's super hard. Like before you said like, yeah, Vici Gaming is strong, Tongfu is strong, right? But now you have LGD China, which is clearly top 5 team in the world. Like being generous, I mean, you can even put them in top 3. But well, good luck to the rest. Good luck, Mineski. Love Filipinas.
And Tongfu getting the spot.
And Tongfu
instead.
gets the spot.
Anything to say on?
I mean, they did very well in the G League. I think they went third, fourth place. What's G1? I don't. I think it was G League, and they've been playing really strong recently. This has nothing to do with it, but I even saw them. There was a Chinese stream a few days ago. They were challenging other of the qualifiers teams, just like if you can beat us, we'll give you money. And they were playing, and they won most of their games. So they were looking really strong. So I think that they're very well deserving of an invite. It's like either them or BG Gaming. Both teams really strong. But I'm glad that BG Gaming is still there in the qualifiers, just because everyone wants to see them. They're such a team that creates so much hype around them that it'll be really nice to see them in the qualifiers instead of having to wait until the international.
All right, so that brings us up to date with some of the roster changes in the East. We've also got some in the West. First of all, we're going to go to EG. Mount has now moved to coach position and to work with the team. And Bambo, not sexy, just Bambo, will be replacing him.
Yeah, I mean, it's...
What happened to Bambo?
Bambo is behind the TV right now. He's shy.
He's shy.
Okay. But anyways, yeah, I mean, Bambo, of course, forces them to change a little bit the way they play the roster. Like, Mel was playing carry at the moment. He used to play support. Now Bambo plays the 3 position. There was a bit of a shake. But it's working well because EG just beat Navi just now. Beat Navi at We Play.
2-0.
2-0, playing really, really strong. And so the change suits them. I think Bambo arrives to the training area tomorrow in Arizona.
Phoenix, yeah.
So best of luck of that. I mean, it's a really nice team, and Bambo is apart from being a good player, he's very charismatic, people like him, and at least from fan perspective, the team has gone up.
Yeah, and also their first match is going to be versus the QPad Red
The
Panda.
QPad
So
Red
you got
Pandas.
Sing Sing versus
Bambo.
Bambo, and yeah, EG looking very good. I mean,
And
obviously,
James versus Alex Garfield.
no one expects QPad to even, the only thing that QPad are good at is showing up on time, because I told them that's what they have to do. So
You're
at least
really
they're-
good at that.
And
as
doing
well.
interviews with.
I know, it's really funny. I'm telling them to be on time when I'm always late for the show, but yeah.
And doing interviews, like you see. every
Yeah, there's
single
another
day.
interview with them.
There's
You did it.
another
I haven't
interview.
seen it yet. I'm going to go watch it.
They're
after.
drawing. Did they have to do?
Oh,
Like,
dude. When they
That was
did,
the other
no,
one, yeah.
there's a newer one than that. But when I saw him, I was like, I'll send them to QPad office so they train really hard. And then I watched this video, and it's like kindergarten. They're all sat around with like crayons and Hello Kitty pens.
Wait, I haven't
And
seen
I'm
that
like-
one.
Yeah, it's
And
a
I'm
new
like,
one. It's
and I'm like,
it's-
what the fuck? I'm
the
like, they
second
should be
one.
out there, right, in Sweden, in the forest, like wrestling and trying to hunt polar bears topless with a butter knife and a bottle of whiskey for company. That's team building exercise, not drawing fucking crayons. So QPad, stop treating them like kids, even though they are.
They are.
Make them men. Because
Make
otherwise,
a man out of you.
otherwise, EG will stomp him. I mean, if you can't handle the bear IRL, how are you going to handle Lone Druid with an armlet? I mean, IRL bears don't even have armlets.
Yeah,
So if you can take down one of those, easy,
easy peasy.
easy. That's how you train Dota 2. Scrubs. Also, though, moving on to some
Oh,
of
by the way,
other-
just closing on EG, Melk is also retired, and he'll be in the panel at
Ah.
TIE.
I think it's just him, isn't it?
He'll be, wait, he'll be what?
He'll be at
You're
the-
not allowed to say that, Bruno.
Yeah, I mean it's on
Okay.
Reddit.
So-
I read it on
Wait,
Reddit.
wait, he'll be what?
Malk
on
is,
the panel.
you know the panel last time?
Gods
There was
and
four of us?
Melk
Oh,
will
he's
be on
going
the
to be
panel.
on the.
Malk is
oh.
solo hosting the panel this year.
Now with Gods. Gods also confirmed that he's going to be with him.
Malk solo
So-
hosting the panel. So,
But isn't he like biased?
incredibly.
Well,
I mean,
only if
it's-
EG gets there.
It's hard. Oh yeah, I guess you have to worry then.
I mean, he's just going to be like, jacked up on Monster Energy drink. like there's going to be In Control opposite him, just staring him down with a stopwatch. Like, all right, it's been 20 minutes without mentioning Monster. Just give a signal. Who knows? But Malk's would be a great position for him, and I'm sure he's
Yeah.
very welcome.
It's going to be-
and
to be
it's- I
really
think the
fun to
community
see
would be
him there.
happy.
but
He's a
what if
very
EG
nice man.
qualifies?
But I
And
mean,
he's kind of like
retired.
coach. You're not even
No,
allowed.
but he's the coach.
Yeah, but you're not even allowed coaches in the playing area when they play on stage.
So?
It's only the
He
players.
can
Well, how are
still
you gonna
stand
coach?
outside the booth and like
what's he gonna do?
Cards,
Like,
man. He holds cards.
phone
up.
them?
support, like
At least,
moral
yeah,
support.
but at least when he's at the desk with like a laptop, he can message him in game.
Also,
And
the
then
manager is
other
still
people-
Cody.
Mia didn't
Whoa, wait.
qualify for the WCS. It's because Total Biscuit wasn't there, rooting him on
TV.
in person. Yeah,
Shame on you.
having a person there means a lot.
No, but
Cinder
actually,
enjoying
they're
Mousesports. So
Are you actually
Cinder,
trying to keep this show on track? What the fuck's the matter with you?
Cinder enjoying Mousesports.
Cinder
Guys.
enjoying Mousesports.
Did
the
you
best-
guys hear Mousesports? Cinder enjoined.
Yeah, I heard
Yeah.
a couple times. Want to say it again so I can keep hearing it?
So what's the roster now, James?
It's Cinderin
Yes.
for Mousesports, and then there's also Fatter,
Yes.
and there's Black,
Good.
and there's not Alex.
No,
No.
not Alex.
He
Not
got
Alex.
kicked.
Not
He got-
Alex.
And was against his will. Shut up! I know that one.
Script's
The
not cheap.
weird one, the Quaver guy with the QOJ
Wait,
whatever, and
Pass.
shut up.
It's
And,
pass, James. Let's not stretch the segment. It's pass.
No, I don't pass. I want to get this question right. Okay.
No, you pass.
No.
Okay, Bruno, carry on with the show.
Wow, the
Why-
producer was wearing the pants today.
I want to fucking play.
What happened to Alex? Did he like
Did
shock or
trans message
something?
you?
Maybe.
there was like personal drama. Did like someone steal someone's girlfriend or something?
I mean, it's like always. The statements are like, well, we wish them the best of luck, but the team is pursuing other avenues without him, and that's how it works.
Yada yada.
Was it like a mutiny?
Maybe. Maybe Alex made a
I'm gonna look
mistake.
into this.
Yeah, just let us know.
You can't fuck Alex like
Okay.
that.
No, you don't
Right.
mess with the Alex, man. But the best thing that came from Cinder and joining Mousesports is some very, very beautiful pictures.
Yeah, I've seen them. I've got to print some out for our poster wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna put them. I mean,
This corner is just gonna be the Cinder.
Cinder and
corner.
Cinder
yeah,
and
Cinder
corner.
and corner.
Because pretty much for those of you who didn't know or didn't watch for some reason, every time they pick a hero for Synderen, someone photoshops Synderen face into that hero. So it's very interesting to see like Windrunner and Lina with Synderen's face.
I liked the what was it called? Yeah, that was good. The Broodmother as well.
The
that was
Broodmother
scary.
as well,
That was
yeah.
scary.
Very
Horror
scary.
movie. I mean, Lena was a bit of a horror movie as well, to be frank.
Another
And
kind
also
of
the
horror
Windrunner,
movie.
but okay, yeah. So Synderen's doing that stuff, and it's going okay.
It's going okay.
Yeah.
The mouse is doing good. So favorites for the qualifiers.
Update 20k already in extra money. That means 8k compendiums already sold.
Wow,
Just
that's
going back. That's an update from Metavi live at the Good Studio show.
Metavi, you're the boss.
Yes, he is. He's the boss behind the boss. All right, James.
James.
What's our next topic?
Reboot.
Curse Invitational started. $10,000 prize pool. It's a tournament.
Awesome.
Yeah, so Curse is actually used to do League of Legends, and even on their Twitch page it says the home for Premier Curse League of Legends content, and they're running Dota 2. AC and Millennia commentating
Yeah.
Are
it.
you allowed to do that?
Huh?
Are you allowed to do that?
Evidently,
legal.
because they're doing it.
But it's a pretty nice like overlay and design. It's got all the team logos. It's very reminiscent of an EG tournament, but it's a quicker format and it's pretty good.
I mean, it's another $10,000 league, which is a bad thing. I've been particularly entertained by it because it runs just on weekends. It's 3 weekends and straight from the playoffs. It's not a league, which is good.
Yeah, it's a tournament.
It's a tournament, so something interesting to see there. The Keeper of the Pandas debuted with Navi. They lost 2-0. First match, I think 11-0. It was really terrible. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that when we get to the stats part of it, because this is a new tournament that actually came with the new heroes in the patch with the new heroes. So we're going to talk a little bit about it and how it's changing a little bit how the game is played. But I mean, entertaining league. My only concern about this is that it runs on weekends, and it seems to be, I mean, understandably, it seems that everyone wants to put their content on weekends. Like, I've been talking to other tournament organizers, and like, yeah, we want to do this tournament, and just Saturday, Sundays. And you have like the Big Point Battle, and they have the ISO Cup, and all those tournaments that also mostly run on weekends. So it's getting a bit too crowded. Well,
Yeah, well,
see.
everyone's. I mean, people are competing to be big, and someone's going to take a step. Whether like actually we're now big with a lot of money. ESL are actually the closest to be like we are big, but of course, you know how they run their stuff and the community reception. You know, they haven't won. With,
But I mean, even ESL, what is it? It's 35k for
For
Yeah.
each.
For like 3
an
months, I
EMS
think,
season.
yeah.
I feel like someone has to come out and do like 100k. Like if NESL did NESL, their StarCraft is always 100k. If they came out and did 100k, then they'd be like, listen, teams, you're playing this weekend, this time. You're not
And the
rescheduling.
people would be like,
you wanna
yep.
play.
Yeah.
And then viewers would tune and be like, fuck, this thing's big. This isn't another first place gets $5 grand, blah, blah, blah. Like, that's what Dota needs. Like, Dota doesn't need another big point battle every single night.
Yeah,
like,
but I mean, one of the good things about Curse is from community feedback is quick, is on weekends,
Yeah.
it's good games
Step in
and
the right
good
direction,
commentary.
Yeah,
So
that's the thing.
it's got good viewers, and I think Curse are going to be happy. And you got to realize Curse is fucking huge.
Yeah.
It is
in terms of like the money that company can bring in if they want to, they can do way more than 10k. So you know, you support what you like, but at the end of the day, you know, you're only watching it because you're like, I want to see the good games. But the knock-on effect of it being good could be really good for esports if Curse look at it more seriously. And obviously with League of Legends, they used to do that a lot, Curse,
Yeah.
but they, you know, have teams and stuff, but they don't. You can't really do League of Legends content like you do Dota 2. So it'll
and
be
you probably
interesting.
only have one team, so
Yeah.
that's kind of all you
Yeah.
can spend, right?
Yeah.
Unless
So
you're
it'd be
responsible,
interesting.
yes.
Interesting to see where Curse go next. So I watched it. I'm gonna keep watching it. I enjoyed it. So moving on, other tournaments. We played Dota 2 tournament playoffs commencing and ending this week. This is where we saw KP troll around
Yep.
and fuck up, which I felt was really pathetic on their behalf. The only enjoyment I had in that was watching Come With Me have a shitty game. Not because I wanted him to have a shitty game. I just thought it was actually quite amusing because everyone was talking big like
Yeah.
about themselves, and then they purposely screw around, it felt, and then he was just having a nightmare, which I did find amusing, but I just felt they should have turned up and fucking played properly.
Yeah.
If they were my team, I would have bitch slapped all of them, which you can go to jail for because they're basically all 15 years old, but I would have done it.
Well, yeah, we play.
So we play, Dignitas Alliance, KP, Mouse, which has happened, Fnatic, Liquid, and Na'Vi and EG. It's a double limb. So
I mean, it's this part of the tournament is the interesting part.
Yeah.
I mean, all these GSL type groups. I think they started with 8 GSL style groups. We dragged into a second group stage. Was super long. We talked about that, but now that you get to the playoffs, you get the good teams, you get the good matches. Just make
It's
sure.
still a double elimination bracket. though?
Yes, this one is a
Yeah.
double limb. So
I like single limb.
I like single limb as well, especially when you have a group stage. And you
Yeah,
have
especially when you have all that leading into it. Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, it's more matches, it's more chances for the team, whatever. So, James? No.
we're after this show. I'm just telling Boberg to hang in there right now. Like, we're here soon. Sorry.
Slight delay. It's fine. How many people are watching them? That's what I don't see. Shoot, you're really so bad, guy.
I don't know. I don't know.
Anyway,
I don't know how to spell.
You're just having fun.
Spelling errors are the only reason. I hate it when you do a really good insult and then you fuck it up with a typo or spelling error, and you're like, fuck.
Yep. Execution.
Yeah.
Wasn't that
That's all
good
it
of an
matters.
insult, so.
Anyway, so we were talking about we play.
Yeah, we play this week all the playoffs part, which is the juicy part. Make sure, tune in. BTS is casting. It's fun. Move on.
Okay. So GameFi releases dates and groups for Dota 2 Super League. Orange, only foreign team. LGD Int doesn't count, apparently. In brackets, that was.
Yeah.
Open bracket. LGD doesn't count. Close bracket. Should I bring anything up here? Do you want
No, there was a bit of a misunderstanding from people. They said that they were inviting 9 Chinese team and 1 foreign team, and people are really excited about that foreign team being a Western team, and some people were especially excited about the Western team being Na'Vi. But apparently, Singapore is not part of China yet.
Yeah.
So when they invited Orange, which is a Singaporean team, which is correct, I mean, it wasn't a foreign team, for wait a minute. Oh, damn. And people were a bit
But I
disappointed.
also want to remember when Toby told me that Na'Vi weren't going to China.
Yeah, Toby, you're right.
And then Na'Vi were like,
I saw that some Navi account respond to Toby on
Yeah,
Reddit.
Reddit.
And they used I think the H word, maybe? Hell? They said,
Wow.
and they said they
That's
were.
ridiculous.
They said they were going to China.
when are they going?
I
Na'Vi.
mean, I think this is just speculation. They were expecting to win G1 League, like the qualifiers, and get a free ticket to China. It's really hard to go to China if you are not in a tournament right now, because it's not like here that you have 5 tournaments a week. You're just G League, G1 League,
But they just want to
Ace
boot
Cup,
camp,
which
though.
never started.
They want to
Yeah,
train.
but I mean, you also need to train by actually playing real
Is
games.
it hard for like Russians to get a visa just to go chill there, or Ukrainians? And,
Must be.
like, because I figure that
Hard
to
for
me
Russians.
is more of a it's like getting that G1 into the G1 league. Then you have that big organization taking care of that side of things.
I'm
getting
sure
a place
that
to say,
Navi has the
because-
strong pull to actually get 5 visas to 5 guys and go there. That
I
shouldn't
guess
be the problem.
Dota's big enough, but still, I mean, logistically, if you can have G League set that all up for you.
I think Na'Vi will benefit enough just working with their current team in Europe.
Do you think maybe Zero Gravity just got too busy? You know, he's setting up the Esports Association.
Is he
and,
actually
you know,
going for
getting-
it?
Well, he's getting rid of all the suckers in Esports, right?
All right,
So
yeah.
It's
that's-
probably why they haven't gone to China.
That's,
Because there's a
sort
lot of suckers in Europe. I mean,
There's a lot
we
of suckers
probably
in
have
China
to
too,
go.
shit.
Yeah. No.
We
Our
won't be
days
able
are
to
numbered,
stay.
man.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that means maybe Navi and DreamHack. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows? We'll see. We'll see what Na'Vi are doing. But yeah, so the Orange were the foreign team. LGD Int were classed as Chinese because they
2 groups of
reside
5,
there.
round robin.
Yeah, and
blah,
I
blah.
brought up the groups a little bit earlier, but I'll just bring them up so we can take a quick look again. LGD, IG, VG, Tongfu, For Love, and then Group B, LGD,
LGD and IG in the
Neo
same group
Orange,
seems soft, man.
RS,
That's what I'm
RS
telling you.
Stars.
How does this work?
Rattlesnake,
Is it
sorry.
top 2 advanced?
I think top 3. No, wait, top
Oh,
3
I
or
see
top
scroll up a tiny bit there.
Yeah, I think it's top 3.
There's a regular season, then there's playoff with mini double elimination bracket.
Second placers of each group will
I
play.
think second and third play, so it's top 3 and second and third from each group play each other, and then it goes into playoffs.
Which
Yeah.
is
That's the playoffs,
double
and then,
team
and
with
then it
4
just goes
teams.
straight into semis.
Yeah.
So after the playoff stage, where you got second v third, you go straight into semis and then finals.
So it's kind of similar to the format we used, except 5 teams in a group.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
All right, cool.
Cool. We'll see.
Chinese always copying stuff. You can buy Fnatic
Well-
stuff out there as well. It's not really Fnatic. I wonder if there's any good studio merchandise in China. Probably not. That's when you know you're big.
Yeah.
All right. Denial Esports picked up EOSIN +4.
EOSIN +4. It's a North American team, kind of up and coming. EOSIN, very famous in the Dota forums. He gets lots of hate, but it's love hate from people.
And Mike, who are the 5 members of EOSIN +4?
Nobody cares.
Whoa, it's a trick question because there's only 4 of them.
Oh yeah.
They haven't announced the 5th. Got you twice.
And this made it into the news document.
I mean, it's Denial Esports, man.
Hey,
Isn't? Maybe I'm.
Mike, you owe LD a solid, man, because he's sticking up for you in chat.
LD.
What did I do?
Don't be hating on our little brothers to the north.
Canada.
Yeah.
Anyways, somebody
yeah,
apparently called you a
good luck to them.
drinking idiot.
I'll care about them when they qualify for an invite for the qualifier for the international. Okay?
Well, you only get invited to that if, like, a studio that that represents you runs the
Yeah.
qualifiers, right?
Yeah, pretty
That's how it
much. I
works.
mean, I don't know why BTS doesn't have a team. You know, okay.
Come on.
I think LD and Gods could put a team together with winter qualifiers. Anyway, moving on. Last piece of news. The Premier League partners with Norton Antivirus and increased their prize pool to $15,000 instead of what's normally 10. So, yeah, there you go. That's great news for them.
I mean, good part. Norton coming into esports.
Yeah.
That's nice.
No,
Is
they've
it?
done it before. A long
Not for
time
Dota,
ago.
Scratch the
I
good
guess,
part.
But, yeah.
I wanted to have some
He
good
stole
points.
your
in it.
thunder there.
Things are, well, I mean, I've rambled and it's like, well, we're hoping for the Premier League to actually go big now that they actually had a very good ticket sales and they were doing like this, okay, we're going to put this back into our investment. Now they get a new sponsor and they just up $5,000. I'm disappointed.
Yeah, especially a massive sponsor like Norton.
I'm
I
disappointed.
mean, Norton,
I'm just going to say that.
motherfucking
Alright,
massive
well-
company.
We'll leave it at that then with the Premier League, but yeah, it is good for them. But it's odd that if you bring in someone and only at the prize pool for $5,000, but you were I think they ran pretty well in terms of self-sustainability off like the streams and
Yeah.
carousel.
Yeah.
So if you're selling a tournament, how much are you really selling it for? Are you selling it for $10,000 and you're doing a 50-50 split because you're probably underselling? But that's a safe way to at least get to work with a sponsor for a first time, and you can't, kind of shunt them for that because sometimes when you work new with a sponsor, you don't want to make it scary to come in. You want to be like, well, this is our list price, but this is what we do if you want to come in and check it out. And hopefully they've signed something that says at least they get to do a couple more seasons with them because obviously sponsors do often like to be like, yeah, we get in there and then we'll go somewhere else.
Historically, that doesn't happen much with the TPL, but
Yeah. All right. Anyway, all right then. So that's the end of Dota 2. After the show, me, Bruno, Scriff will be legging it to our desks where Team Liquid have kindly waited to be played the good studio.
You've got some glass to clean out.
I've also got to go to Mike's room and clean up some glass off his floor.
wow.
Laying down the
If I cut myself.
Oh, did he break glass in your?
Yeah, he did.
How?
I don't know. He went like that.
I was angry, right?
Okay.
He was just pissed. I walked in his room. I said, Mike, you didn't turn around quick enough. Smashed the place up.
I would be pissed wearing that shirt too.
Sure shit.
I know.
He's
That's what I
stretching it out with his.
You're putting your sex appeal in my
Yeah,
shirt.
he's putting his sex.
If you think that's concerning, I don't want to tell you whose underwear I'm wearing. Thank you.
that was the cue right there to just.
Yeah.
Doing a normal.
Oh, a normal ending. Okay.
I've done enough of.
Okay. Semmler, thanks for keeping the chair warm.
No problem, mate.
Weapons will be sat there playing. He's going to be really happy about that. But no, so thanks for being here. How was chat, by the way, throughout the show?
Great chat, as always, stellar.
I saw you looking at some pretty weird links.
Dude, it's our chat. I mean, come on. It's Russian roulette. When you click on that link, you never know what you're going to get.
Fair enough. And Mike, thanks for being here for the whole show.
Mm-hmm.
This guy.
You're welcome back next week.
Great.
You're getting good at this, Mike.
Yes, I am.
And yeah, Bruno, don't fuck up this game. We need you.
But give us an update though. So you guys are going to play in this staff cup, and you're playing Team Liquid. which
Yeah,
I
we're
think
playing
is
Team Liquid.
Poppin, Heuka, and if you do manage to somehow beat these guys, Do you keep going tonight?
I think
No,
this is the last
that's
game
over
of
tonight.
When does it resume?
I don't
Tomorrow,
know.
same
Tomorrow
time.
if we-
Tomorrow,
Tomorrow, same
7.
time.
So it's
possibly.
it's actually on Boberg's stream.
I need to
had it
work,
up.
James.
I've got the community to make posters for me. It's fine.
You're good at not working.
You've only just figured this out.
Oh, okay.
Not working.
Good at making.
That's
Yeah.
someone's look at this link. Alex Mousesports. Don't know what that's from, but
So apparently we have an enterprising individual
seller
over at Mousesports right
Alex is selling his internet. Oh my god. Okay, and then
Smart
Boberg,
man.
this guy here, is waiting for us, I think. It says Good
Boberg.
Studio versus Team Liquid. So this is the channel you want to be at. Twitch.tv/Boberg. Look how handsome he is. Just look at that
Can we
guy.
full screen that?
But unfortunately for him, his accent is so thick that it's bearable. It's just there. And in a minute, he's reading chat right now.
Where is his head disappearing?
I don't know.
I like how Andy is the only one there. GD trader.
He's
So-
got a hole through his chest. Does anybody not notice this?
I mean, I'm just worried about the kind of like
Is that a
teleporting
green
beam.
screen? What is
Yeah,
that?
he's using a
Yeah.
green screen. Like, he has something green.
He has
on,
something
or
in front
green
of
in front
his-
of
It's a
him.
mic.
The mic.
Oh, the mic thing is actually causing that.
But yeah, so he's just basically telling everybody to wait. If you want to go in here, you can watch me, Bruno, Scriff, Andy, and Weppers play. We're going to close up the show. Thanks for watching episode number 42. We'll be back next week, and we're playing this tournament. If we win, we do it tomorrow. And
So we might reschedule Full of Steam.
studio, best studio. But Boberg is like new to his. Well, I don't know how new he is in Dota 2, but you should go check him out at least.
Yeah,
you guys
go,
watch us
definitely.
play, and we'll see. So I have nothing more to say. We could end the show 5 minutes ago.
Bye-bye.
Scriff, it's Bannon time.